almost low battery. You really want to take pictures na lang and you'll send it to me. Thank you.
rest his voice for a couple of seconds before he joins us here very briefly. But again,
everybody! What's up, y'all? Who's that?
Shoto, I have to ask, how have you been since your last visit to Manila?
I've been busy traveling the road, moved out of my parents' house at Pet Rats now. Worked more with some awesome companies. I'm writing music and songs now too. It's been
Well, I mean, it sounds like you've been up to so much, but again, you know, you have a lot of Filipino fans who've been in here before. Can you give us some Filipino words that you still know off the top of your head?
Oh God. Okay. I mean, I know one that's probably not good to say. Yeah, maybe, but that's like the one that comes to mind first. I know. Wait, you want me to say it?
I made it SPG. Shoto's spot.
You got me wrong. Yeah, probably give me a 5 for that, but I know that. Okay, I do not, mahal ko kayong lahat. I hope I said that right.
Yes. Well, speaking of Filipino words, what about Filipino food? Have you yet to try anything?
Oh, dude. Honestly, this time around, I realized taho and lumpia is crap. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with a lot of you guys. I think last time I was here, I didn't really get to try the sweets enough, and this time I got to try a lot more desserts, and honestly, I really love Filipino sweets. You guys really know how to do it here. I think it's top tier, in my opinion. Also, I want to eat more Jollibee because I'm not gonna lie, back in the States, I don't know what it is, man. Like, every time I've had it, because I miss the taste of Jollibee, I feel like it doesn't hit as it once used to, right? And to hold it back, but honestly, I think I know what I'm gonna eat later today. I think I'm gonna order myself a big bucket of chicken boy for dinner after all of this.
So I think, can we assume that Jollibee Chicken Joy is probably your favorite Jollibee food menu item?
I like the spicy one, yes.
Spicy!
It's spicy. You're doing it wrong if you don't get spicy, and you got to be gravy, of course. I think everybody knows that.
Okay, well, we're glad that you really like Jollibee, and you can keep holding onto your Chicken Joy bucket there. But we want to ask you, like, because you mentioned that the last time you were here, you didn't get to do much, or you didn't get to do everything that you wanted to do. So did you have any plans for this time around?
Honestly, this time I really wanted to go to Mall of Asia a bit more, because last time I only spent like half a day there, right? So I think I might spend some time with my friends at Mall of Asia. I also want to go around the mall a little bit more and try local places, like actually go to more local places. But some people said I gotta be careful and watch my back, but I don't know what they mean by that. Also, maybe karaoke. I do want to do some more karaoke here too. Maybe get more members of friends. Yeah, that's the most important part about like traveling and going on these trips to these conventions overseas, is that I want to make more memories with my fans and with my friends as well. So
I have to ask, do you have a go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song? Oh, dude. Okay. Does anybody know Alien Stage? Yeah. I have been on Alien Stage for the past year and a half. Ever since you guys recommended it to me, I've been listening to everything. It's been on my playlist. I've subscribed to the Patreon, and I've just been learning all about the ones. stuff. I think one of the songs I sing a lot at karaoke is "Woman of My Heart." He's one of my favorites of all time here. And does anybody also like Epic the Musical? Dude, Epic the Musical is so good. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, please go listen to Epic the Musical. Non-stop, the music is banger, the song lyrics are bangers, the director, he is an amazing person too. Like, I've been singing all the songs non-stop. I highly recommend it. It's
Hold on,
so
Shoto.
amazing. Yeah?
Shoto, I want to ask you, just so that everyone knows, what are your favorite Epic the Musical songs?
My top favorite one is definitely Will You Fall in Love. Dude, I want what Penelope and Odysseus have. Like, what is it Arthur? What is it Arthur? I need somebody that will go through the Scyllas and Cyclopses, all that shit, and wait 20 years for me. Like, is that so much to ask?
So we know you've been really busy with traveling lately. I was just wondering, are there any cool new projects that you're planning to do that you might want to share with your fans?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I don't know how much I can say because a few of them is like NDA, but I've been writing 3 songs because I've been kind of getting tired of covering songs all the time, and I didn't really feel satisfied with the process of covering songs, right? So I want to be part of creating something, and I want to write more as well. So I've been working with 2 people, and I think 2 of those songs should come out this year, and one of those songs might come out next year. So, and there's been some other things I've been working on that isn't streaming or content creation wise. It's a little bit different. I can't say much, but it's really cool. It's something I've never done before, and I really hope you guys are gonna like it. I can't say much. I know I'm like blueballing a lot of you guys and doing like ambiguous, but it's really cool. Trust me, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's kind of gay, but you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, whatever that secret thing is, I'm pretty sure everyone is pretty excited for it. But again, 2 songs this year and another song next year. That's a lot of work that you've been doing behind the scenes. But we want to ask you, of course, are there any other things that maybe you've been invested in lately? Like, let's say, some chill stuff like a hobby or a new anime that you've been watching?
I feel like I mentioned it already, but like I said, most recently it's Epic the Musical. And, I think, dude, my friends really put me onto Cat's Eye. You guys listen to Marley? Cat's Eye has been on my radar for a while now too. Let me see, what else have I been? Dude, this might be a little controversial, but I really believe that Freedom should have been Anime of the Year. I think that is one of my favorite shows that have been released in like the past 5 to 10 years. And I cry every time I watch it. I've watched it about 5 times already, and it gets me feeling a certain way. It is top tier, and I love it so much. And I think I rewatched it like for the
I mean, I think
7th time on the trip over to Manila. So it's really good, guys. Just give it a watch. If you don't get it, just put the time and trust me, it's so good.
I think everyone definitely agrees here with your take on Free Run. We actually asked that question yesterday. I think everyone here, do you guys think Free Run should have won Anime of the Year? Did you hear that?
Yes. Y'all agree with me, right?
Well, speaking of anime, I do want to ask you, what are your top animes of lately?
Dude, I'm not much of an anime watcher except for like I mentioned, like Freeman really got me in there. I watched a little bit of Dandadan as well, but I don't think I finished it all the way through. And of course I watched some of it. I'm actually friends with Alex Lee, and he's a voice actor for one of the people in the Silicon group, but I watched a bit of that as well, and that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna lie, Korean was the only one that really like said or got me by Vice Grip. Everything else, I'm not much of an anime watcher these days. I've been more so watching like Black Mirror and stuff like that.
Well, I think, Frieren is it's been a very different anime, I'd say, so I can totally understand that. But I think we're going to move out of the hobbies and things you've been up to lately, and maybe we'll go into something that you've actually just done yesterday. So I think you posted another selfie of yourself, basically. Because again, in the VTuber space, we know most people don't usually post their face, but you do. So we kind of wanted to ask you why.
So I've been really like, actually I can't look at myself. Sorry, I feel like lately, ever since 2023, I believe that. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the VTuber sphere, in my opinion, forgets like, hey, I'm a guy, right? I'm a real person. So I feel like me showing more of myself and a little bit more of my face, like posting that on Instagram or Twitter, I feel like keeps it real, right? I like the real a lot, and it helps me feel more grounded as well, and lets my fans and the community and like other people realize like, hey, if you watch these content creators who are also VTubers, you gotta realize like they're real people, behind their personas at the end of the day. And I feel like me doing that is a little bit of a statement and saying, yo, I exist, and I am an anime player online, but I'm a real person too behind all of that, right? So I think most importantly out of all that is just I like keeping it real. Whenever I post something like that, it's to just say like, yeah.
I think it's really cool that you do that, and that you do that as a reminder as well. So I think everyone also appreciates you sharing that side of you. I think it definitely makes everyone feel a little bit more connected to you as well. And now I think we wanted to ask you a little bit more of your IRL living situation. We're not getting too much into the details. Right.
Oh yeah, true. Don't talk to me, please.
Of course. So, speaking of you being a real person, you gotta do real people things, and you moved out, right? So, you live with pet rats? Why did you choose a rat over dogs and cats?
You guys want to see pictures actually? Hold on.
Jump scare.
Yeah, sorry, it's gonna pop up really big. I'm just gonna show a few of them because they're just so adorable. I love them so much. Okay, so I have 4 rats. They're named Rice Ball, Pizza, Olive, and Big Rat, right? And I like to call them my daughters, but people always ask me, why are you getting rats, right? Because people think they're dirty and gross, or they cure diseases and stuff. I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're stupid. You have more diseases on you than my rats do, trust me. I'm gonna get back to that because people don't realize how cleanly rats are. They're really smart. They're so misunderstood, right? And they're so adorable, and they can learn how to do tricks easily. They're very command-based creatures as well, and they're super cuddly and affectionate, right? And I think they're just as affectionate as much as dogs are, right? And people think they're just dirty little creatures that have, that'll bite you and give you some type of illness, right? But I think they gotta understand that these little dudes have so much love and have so much personality, and they're really cool. I love rats. I've always loved rats, and it's something that I will always preach day in, day out, every single night, 24/7. I love rats, and hey, if you don't fuck with rats, you don't fuck with me.
Well, I do have a follow-up question actually. What is the maintenance of taking care of a rat? How often do you have to feed them? What do they eat? Is that one of your rats?
Oh no. It could be one of my rats. Oh wait, what was that? Sorry, what was the question?
What's the maintenance like for taking care of a rat? What do you have to feed them? Do you play with the rats?
Oh yeah, dude, you have to play with them every day, or like try to play with them every day. They need like an hour of playtime so that they get used to, right? And they'll learn how to interact and get more cozy with like you picking them up and grabbing them, right? So they just get used to human touch. That's what I've been learning since I got all of my rats since they were babies. They're kind of arguably like so low maintenance since all you have to do is just put food in there and refill their water bottles, but I think it's important to play with them all the time since if you want to be a proper pet owner, you gotta bond with them. It's like with a dog or a cat or any kind of animal that you love and care for. You gotta put time and effort into caring for them, right? I think the most fun thing I've done so far has been teaching my rats how to spin. I miss them a lot. It's been like a week and a half since I've seen them because I've been traveling. I was in Thailand before this trip, by the way, so I haven't seen them in a while, and I've been harassing my roommate to show me pictures of my rats. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. I know it's weird because like some people are being like, oh, it's just rats, right? But they're my daughters, they're my girls, I love them a lot, so hey, I don't care, man. They mean a lot to me. Just like you guys.
Well, okay, I want to tell you real quick. You got one. Oh yeah, you're taking off the rats now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Goodbye, rats. I wanted to ask you just really quickly. Do you plan to get even more rats? Because you've got 4 now.
Yes.
Do you want to expand the family?
100%. I feel like I was being overzealous with getting 4 rats off the bat, but they live in a mansion of a cage. Like, honestly, their cage is so huge because I spoil the hell out of them, right? But I feel like people don't realize one other thing is that rats only live like 2 years. I feel like I'm talking more about rats than I am about myself. What's happening?
Let's stop talking about rats. We do want to ask you, of course, you know, it's been a while since you've been here, and we want to ask you, what have you been up to in the time from the last time you were here and now? You know, a lot has changed in that time, so maybe you could tell us a little bit more about that, because, you know, as a person and as a streamer, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of growth and change.
Honestly, I feel like I've learned a lot in the past, like, what, 2 years since I last was in Manila. Like, a lot's happened since, especially like I mentioned, I moved out of my mom and dad's house, right? And I think that helped me realize a lot more about what I want to be doing with Shoto and what I want to do for the future, because I feel a lot more stress-free. I feel like people don't realize if you have the opportunity to move out, like the financial stability to say, hey, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, right? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I've already said that out loud. Why am I saying that? Okay, if you want to get the fuck out of your parents' house, right, and live on your own, I say do it if you can, because it changes a lot, right? You get to live life through a different lens. You have more responsibility, and you get to grow your own independence. I feel like that translated a lot into my streams and the things that I've been doing behind the scenes. As of lately, like I mentioned, I'm writing songs right now, and I feel like I wasn't able to be that creative when I was living with my mom and dad, and it means like a lot that I'm able to get rid of those shackles almost. Like I say I'm exaggerating a lot, but honestly, it goes a long way when you're able to not have mom and dad breathing down your neck all the time, and you can, like, you know, think for yourself a little bit more and have, like, you know, be surrounded in a space that's just for you, right? So I think that was like the biggest thing that I've realized, and also I was able to travel the world more. Like I was able to go to Korea, I've traveled more to Japan, I went to Thailand. Like I said, I had a concert in Thailand last year. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Getting to sing live in front of so many people like that was one of the best things ever, and I've experienced as a creator. And I've also gotten to, you know, move to California where a lot of my friends are too. So I feel like so much has happened, so much has changed in just 2 years, and I feel like, you know, really looking back on it right now, I'm like, wow, I'm pretty different now compared to how I was like 2 models ago. For those of you that remember, like the pink hair Shoto I had like way before.
Being able to gain your independence away from home is like, that's a really big deal. But I actually want to bring up a pretty interesting topic. You posted a video about this. So apparently you used to do cancer research before you became a vtuber. So you want to share some
I'm not gonna lie, that was stressful. Because here's the thing, I feel like a lot of people don't know, but yeah, I used to do that before I went to streaming. I actually decided to like quit on the spot and say, yeah, I'm done with this job and go straight into VTubing. Well, not like as if I wasn't doing it already. I was already doing it for a bit, but I said, you know what? I think I'm happy doing this and I'm financially stable enough. Fuck it, I want to do what I want to do here and quit my job, right? Because it makes me happy, and I realize it's making a lot of other people happy too. And I was like, you know what? Why not, right? The job before, it was rough because I used to study breast cancer. Actually, that was my main thing, was helping to research different medicines and stuff like that for breast cancer. But I don't know, it felt like it was something that my parents kind of pushed me to. I feel like a lot of people can understand that, right? But for me, I lost that initial joy and passion I had for it when I first started out in that field. But now I'm here and I feel like I've made the best decision of my life to switch from that to doing what I'm doing right now and to meet all of you wonderful people, because I wouldn't be here and so happy with how things are in my life if it wasn't for you guys and to, you know, pushing me to make that decision too. So thank you.
Well, I think again everyone and yourself are very happy where you are now, and you know, we wanted to ask you because of where you are now, you got to meet all of these people, your fans here in the Philippines, and I kind of wanted to ask you, what do you think about that? What are your favorite things about your fans here?
They are some of the most understanding people, a community that I could ever ask for. I will always glaze you guys for this, even though you piss me off so much day in day. Like, you guys make me so angry sometimes. You don't get it, but I love you all so much because, like, you get it, you know? You guys understand me, and you always, you know, keep it real 100% of the time, and I love that about my community so much. Like, I hold a lot of love, especially for Southeast Asia. It's where a lot of my friends come from and are from, and I'm also Southeast Asian myself. I'm Vietnamese. Right? I'm forever thankful for every convention I get the chance to go to in Southeast Asia, because you guys have such a strong passion for those you love and support, and like I said, I wouldn't be able to do these music things without you all, and I don't know, I feel like I can't wait to keep discovering more about myself alongside my community, because I love them to meet them back.
Chase your dreams, and you've made it here. I was wondering if you have any advice for all your fans out here to chase their dreams?
I feel like I was able to pursue my dreams because I wasn't a pussy. Okay, that sounds bad, but like, I basically said, you know what? I just grabbed life by the nuts and was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna do this thing and take the leap of faith, right? It sounds bad, but I didn't think much of it before I jumped into streaming, but it worked out. And sometimes, you know, you gotta take those shots because, you know, if you don't take a shot, then you could have missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime. So I would say if your gut is telling you to do it, you should probably do it, man. Just take a shot, okay? And, you know, you'll probably change your life for so much better if, you know, you want to make that change for yourself. Be confident in yourself, man. Just be confident in yourself, guys.
Well, thank you, Shoto, for those words of advice to your fans here in the Philippines. But very quickly, we do have someone who wants to speak to you really quickly.
Shoto. Yeah, what's up, vtuber? Hi. I miss you.
recognize my voice?
No, I know who you are.
Okay. You can see me?
Yes.
Where?
Dude, dude, this guy is so needy.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
Tell us why.
we have this ongoing joke that like he's my ex-husband and we divorced because he's his husband and shit like that, right? L Mans, by the way, L Mans, red flag right there. Get away from
Not true. I just want to
we
step
are
up.
Hitman.
Can we get a huge round of applause for Shoto? He's so inspirational. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you to Otto for joining us for that quick bit. So do you want to tell us about that, Shoto?
What do you mean?
I mean, how did this all happen?
Like our homoerotic relationship that's going on.
We want to hear all the details.
Oh, I think like we got drunk at a party one time and started doing drums and started looking at no, that's not what happened, by the way. I'm lying. But dude, I met Jake like at an AX party, right? I think we just hit it off right then and there. I think it's because we're both Vietnamese, low key, right? And something about that just like brought us together. He is a very inspirational person as well. He says I'm inspirational, but I genuinely believe this guy tries his hardest. He's so passionate about the things that he loves and the music that he's making right now and everything that how he sees life and the pursuit of his goals and dreams. So I just think like I love surrounding myself with people like that. I love Jake and I love all of my friends that keep supporting me and uplifting me, and I'll do the same for them any day.
I think you're going to make him cry for the third time today. I don't know if you can see him now, but I think you're about to make him cry. I mean, I think your friendship with him, and of course all your other friends, is so beautiful. And of course, we appreciate you for sharing that with all of us. And I think that's just what makes everything feel so much more special. But Shoto, I think we're going to be out of time for today. But before you go, we just want to ask you, any big message that you want to send to everyone here watching you now?
Never give up. I love you guys. And I love rap. Bye. Watch a bit the musical.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that was Shoto! I couldn't imagine how many emotional panels we've had today already. Tears again. I know, right? But again, I feel like that's what makes Shoto and the connection to his fans so special. And I think as a VTuber, you feel like you aren't able to connect with some people, but I feel like that's exactly what makes it so special. So again, we'd like to thank Shoto for taking the time to be here today. And of course, everyone for being here for his segment as well.